Jake upgraded things a lot, not because they broke, because they stopped feeling new. Most upgrades cost between $100 and $300, enough to feel significant, not enough to feel dangerous. He'd wanted the keyboard for weeks, watched setup videos, read reviews, compared specs. When it finally arrived, it felt like Christmas morning. For the first few days, typing felt better. He kept finding excuses to use it. The sound, the weight, the way it looked on his desk. It felt like progress. 8 days later, he stopped noticing it. It was just the keyboard now. A few weeks after that, he saw a better one online. Different switches, wireless, quieter. He bookmarked it, just in case. The keyboard wasn't the first thing. 2 months before, he'd upgraded his phone. The old one worked fine, but the camera was a generation behind, and he kept thinking about the photos he could take with the new one. $850. Reasonable, he told himself. He'd keep it for years. For the first week, he took photos of everything. Coffee, sunsets, his desk. The quality felt incredible. He kept zooming in on details, marveling at the sharpness. By the second month, he barely used the camera. It was just his phone. But he still checked new phone releases. Not because he needed one, because the old version always started feeling wrong first. His apartment was full of things he'd upgraded. Desk chair, $400. Monitor, $550. Gym shoes, $180. Coffee maker, $220. Most of them still worked perfectly, but none of them felt new anymore. He'd reorganized his workspace 4 times this year. Each time felt like a fresh start. New desk lamp, better cable management, wireless charger. For a few days, he'd feel more focused. Then it faded, and he'd start browsing again. He wasn't buying things randomly. Every upgrade made sense. Better tools meant better work. Better environment meant better focus. At least that's what he told himself. The problem wasn't the upgrades. The problem was how quickly they stopped mattering. He tried tracking it once. In the past year, he'd spent around $4,200 on upgrades. Not repairs, not essentials. Just better versions of things that already worked. Every upgrade felt reasonable on its own. $100 here, $250 there. It was only when he added them up that the number felt heavy. He thought about using his old phone again. It was in a drawer somewhere. Probably still worked. But the idea felt regressive, like going backwards. Now it felt outdated, even though nothing about his life had actually changed. The excitement was real every time. Opening the box, setting it up, the first few days of novelty. He genuinely believed each upgrade would make a difference. And for a moment, it did. But the feeling never stayed. A week later, maybe 2, the new thing was just normal. And the cycle started again. He kept replacing things that still worked, not because they were broken, because they stopped making him feel like the person he wanted to be. His friends had noticed. Another new setup? He'd laugh it off. Just optimizing. But he knew it was more than that. The problem wasn't wanting better things. The problem was needing them to feel okay. Nothing he owned felt new anymore. Not because they were old, because newness doesn't last. And he'd built his sense of progress around it. Over time, Jake had spent around $8,000 upgrading things. Better desk, better phone, better chair, better routines. His life looked more put together than ever. But he didn't feel more put together. He just felt like he was always one version behind. He still browses upgrade videos most nights. Still bookmarks new versions. Still feels excited when packages arrive. Not because he thinks they'll fix anything. Because for a few days, they make him feel like he's moving forward. The excitement was never really about the object. It was about briefly feeling closer to the version of himself he wanted to become. But the feeling never stayed. He didn't know when he'd started believing that better things would make him a better person. But somewhere along the way, upgrading became the only progress that felt real. A notification arrived. New keyboard. Pre-order available. He opened the tab.